This is a wood panel and I buy it from art store. So it's easy to work on it and it's so smooth and soft. Yeah, but I don't recommend everybody's go like that. If you're interested to practice different texture, different surface, this is one option that easy to go. So the other things is canvas, different size, different model, like a gallery canvas has a thickness on the edge, standard canvas a little bit less. Even the canvas pad is like that. And even you can go with the paper as well, canvas paper. We have a lots of surface to work on it. And all of them has a different feeling. Some of them are so smooth, some of them are has a texture. I recommend to practice on all kind of surface. It's so lovely to know which one is more easier for you. So this is about that. And it's 8 by 10 inches. The other things I prefer to use it is this palette paper because acrylic has glue inside and it stick to any surface you want to work. And this palette paper is just one paper sheet. It's easy. You mix your paint here and then just put it in a garbage. You don't have to clean it after that. But if you have plastic plate from dollar store, that's a good option as well. The other things for this painting, we need at least 2 brushes. Not at least, actually. We need as many as brushes if you're interested to not always clean your brush. But if you have just one flat brush, match with your size of canvas, and one pointy brush, round and pointy brush is good. But even if you don't have this pointy brush, don't worry. We need this one for the details of the tree. But I can show you how you can do it with just a flat brush, with the tip of flat brush. So we can do everything with just one flat brush. Hold this hair of brush, you can lay down and do your surface, all your painting. The other things is just tip of the brush. If it's liney, clean, and pointy, straight on a canvas, you can draw the line. And this two side of the brush, it's a small part, so you can add these details on it. So if you don't have any pointy and round brush, don't worry, you can use the same brush that you have. The other things is the paint that we need. It's a limited palette with white, black, blue, yellow, and the orange. If you don't have orange, red is work too. You can mix lots of yellow with a tiny bit red, and then you can make this nice orange color. These are the colors that we need for our painting. I have light blue. Even with this light blue, I need to mix a little white with that and make it lighter because this is so light. And yellow. With the orange. But if you don't have orange, you can use red. And the lots of yellow with a tiny touch of red give you the orange. I don't add any black right now. I can do it later. So please prepare your palette and then we start our drawing. Not drawing. I prefer to start the sky. I'm going to start with my bigger brush and start to separate this horizon line. Prefer to have more space for the sky. It's nice. So I do with just a blue color right now. Draw one line like this. My canvas is 8 by 10 inches. So I decide how much space I would like to have for the sky. So don't worry if you made a mistake or anything. We don't have any eraser in acrylic, but there is one more thing we can do, and that's cover with the other paints. So anytime you don't happy with any part, let it dry, then cover it with another color. So this is the horizon line we need to separate. I would like to separate this like a big triangle shape of snow, a little space here, a nice space here. Decide a little here and here I need to keep, and then the center of my surface is here, so I can come a little forward, then come down, shape it like that. and then try to follow the shape a little bit, come like that, and then connect it to the side of my canvas. The other part is these two parts for separation. And it's close to the center, so I imagine it's supposed to be here. I start from the left side, come a little bit closer to the horizon line, and then connect it to the center. Same size happen for the bottom part. Start from somewhere close to the left side and then come down, then connect it here. This is the whole drawing that we need to do. The rest is happen during the painting. So please do this drawing, and then we clean your brush very well, because we start from the lighter color and warm. I'm going to start with my bigger brush and start to separate this horizon line. Prefer to have more space for the sky, it's nice. So I do with just a blue color right now. Draw one line like this. My canvas is 8 by 10 inches, so I decide how much space I would like to have for the sky. So don't worry if you made a mistake or anything. We don't have any eraser in acrylic, but there is one more thing we can do, and that's cover with the other paint. So anytime you don't happy with any part, let it dry, then cover it with another color. So this is the horizon line we need to separate. I would like to separate this like a big triangle shape of snow, a little space here, and I space here. Decide a little here and here I need to keep, and then the center of my surface is here, so I can come a little forward, then come down, shape it like that, and then try to follow the shape a little bit, come like that, and then connect it to the side of my canvas. The other part is these two parts for separation. And it's close to the center, so I imagine it's supposed to be here. I start from the left side, come a little bit closer to the horizon line, and then connect it to the center. Same size happen for the bottom part. Start from somewhere close to the left side and then come down, then connect it here. This is the whole drawing that we need to do. The rest is happen during the painting. So please do this drawing, and then we clean your brush very well, because we start from the lighter color and warm palette knife to mix them together. I forgot to let you know about this tool. I really love palette knife, and the reason is I can mix my paint easily with this, and I can use all the paint that I need, not waste any of them. And during the time, if you mix your paint with the brush a lot, even in acrylic, this part of the brush can damage because it has a glue inside. I recommend at least to have one of this palette knife. Even the plastic one is okay too. So yellow and white.
So I was wondering what kind of yellow you're using?
I use cadmium yellow, but any yellow you have, it's okay. I have cad yellow, and I need to mix it with the white. If you have lemon yellow, a little bit less you need to add white in that, because lemon yellow is already lighter. Cadmium yellow and permanent yellow are so close together. So take some, mix with the white color, and it depends on the size of the canvas you're working. You need the amount of, imagine the amount of your paint. If it's really bigger than 8 by 10, maybe you need more paint. Okay, this is lighter color I need. I have pure yellow and I have mixed yellow with white. So then clean my palette knife. All the colors when you mix with white get lighter. But for the orange, I don't recommend use white color because if you use white in the orange, it get a little not the warm color that we need. I don't know how to explain. I use yellow to mix with the orange and make it lighter. So I take first of all yellow, a tiny orange, mix with that. Because you see the orange color has different value. Some of them it's more reddish, some of them more yellowish. Because if you mix yellow and red, you can reach the orange. If you want lighter orange, I recommend to use yellow to mix with that. Now I have lighter tone. And then the last color we need to mix is blue and white. So I take a little blue, much yellow, sorry, much white. If you mix yellow with the blue, you make the green color. Mix white into that and reach the light blue color. Imagine there is no more trees and start with the orange, yellow, and a lots of white, blue in between, and then finish and move to the top of the canvas. So we start with the orange color that we premix with the white. Take a lots of paint because lots of paint easily can cover your canvas easily, and you don't need to see the white of canvas under it. It's so easier to cover. Just back and forth. The edge is so lighter. Because of that, I just use the orange on a center more. And then I don't let it dry, use the yellow color, the pure yellow fur. No, not the white, this pure yellow. And I start from both sides, bring it to the orange. First, on the right side, bring it close to the orange color. Then, from the left side and bring it close to the orange. I don't want to jump on a white at the same time. These are all warm color. And then pure yellow first, close to the orange. Even you can bring it on top of the orange as well, like this. Curvy. After you do like that, then white and yellow here. Then bring white and yellow, not after it. It's on top of the yellow part. And then come down. Bring it down a little bit here. Let it move into orange with less pressure in your hand. I don't want to jump from the white, yellow to the orange. It's different value. The values different actually change a lot. So in between, I want to have pure yellow as well with nice transition. And I use really heavy paint, so it takes really time to get dry. After you do like that, back and forth. Always have a napkin in your hand. Clean your brush very well. Even if you see you lose your orange again, you can add more. Always heavy paint. It makes your painting more strong. With less pressure. But please not leave your white and yellow get dry on the edge. Take a lots of pure white color for this edge to cover it. And then you can wait. Just the white color. So I wait a little bit, you finish your warm colors. and then we move on together for the rest. But please bring the white color close to the yellow white because we would like to see the nice transition. Sometimes happen it disappear again. Clean your brush, jump into yellow for here, for the bottom part. When your acrylic paint is wet, you can do and fix it at the same time. Make it smoother and nicer until you feel happy with it. But when it gets dry, it's better to wait completely dry and then again work on this part. I think I'm happy with my painting. Really smooth. I touch my surface. You see here? I don't add a pressure in my hand because I don't want to change the orange come to the yellow a lot. Again, back to the pure white color. Take a lots of white color like that, and then start cover again the white part and even higher, just with the white. Heavy paint, because heavy paint give you more time to dry and you can relax, work on it, more relax. And then this light blue color that you already have, bring it on top of the white color. Let it mix together because still the blue is not much light. We need to take a lots of white color even on a palette, sorry, on a canvas, and mix with that. Let it be more light and smooth. Bring it close to the top. On the right side, we need more blue than on the left side. So I go with the light blue a little more here, even on the edge. And I bring it closer. At the same time, I bring the pure white color. Pure white color is helpful to make the cloud on top. You see, when I bring the white color on top, it makes look like a cloud is on top of the sky. And it's so bright. But on this section that I mentioned, it's darker. Clean my brush. I don't want to have any white color. I can go with the same blue to cover it, or I can go with this color I make with the black. See, it's a little bit darker. But make sure the edge is supposed to be smooth and light. So add the light blue close to that. I use all these colors at the same time: white, light blue, and dark blue. Or even if you have cobalt blue, you can bring cobalt on top. Just a touch of cobalt, make it interesting. With back and forth with brush, you let your sky be a little bit more smooth. A little bit darker here is interesting to have. My sky is still wet because I always use lots of texture, and lots of heavy paint takes more time to get dry. Because of that, it's easier always back and fix it. Not fix it actually, always back and add more paint on top. So after that, I wait a little bit dry and then add the moon on top. And any part, if you see it's too much bluey, then just a pure white color can come and help you. So anytime you feel happy with your sky, leave it to get completely dry. So we still have something to add on our sky, and that's this nice moon and a little bit cloud here. But I don't want to do it right now because it's still wet and it's close to sticky part, and that's not a good time. So we can wait completely our background get dry, our sky, and then add these details and a little bit. I feel there is some snowflake on it. We can do that later. So I want to move on this part of the river, or this part. See here, same as the sky, we have reflection on this part. Again, please not see any reflection of the trees, just the warm color of sky, and then this color of warm and cool color of sky will happen the same on a river. So the same color, we don't need to premix anything. If you finish with the orange like me, we need to add a little more, but we would like to work on the reflection. So I start a little bit mix. Again, back orange with yellow. Take yellow, orange, make it lighter. And even if you finish the yellow white as well, take yellow, mix with the white, and make it lighter. And we already need the pure yellow as well. And then blue and white. More blue, more white. And again, blue with black. But less black, more blue, because it can change the value so fast. Or if you have cobalt, it's okay to use cobalt. If you use the same brush, make sure to make it really clean because it has blue inside. And we want to add the orange and yellow. We don't want to have green color in our landscape. So, or we can use the other brush. Start with the orange white, this mixture, just on this part. Heavy paint, please, to make a texture, and then easily cover white of the canvas or textural wood. After here, I go with just pure yellow. Try to come from the right side to the orange and a little bit edge of the orange with pure yellow. The only things that we need to do is just try to let the orange and yellow move together. We don't want to have a separation line in between. We want to have smoothly from orange come into the yellow. So just touch the edge like that. Try to let the yellow go to the orange and from orange come to the yellow. And this line disappear. Then move on with the mixture of yellow white. And again, the same happened with the yellow white. Try to let it go a little bit into the yellow and sometimes orange. I need more pure yellow. With more repeat with your brush, you can help the color reach the value that we want. Or if you see this happen like me, clean your brush with napkin very well because there is a white inside. I don't want to let the orange white come inside the orange. Then with a little bit orange come into this part. Again, always clean it with napkin, not with the water. like that. Again, clean it. Then jump into the yellow white. So I'm happy with this. Clean it again with the napkin, like that. Take pure white color. And move your pure white color into yellow white to disappear the line in between. A little bit more white. Come forward to make sure there is no more yellow in your river. And then you can start adding light blue color. Same technique. With the light blue color, move into the pure white color. Let this line in between disappear. And then just finish your river with the light blue color. And again, with so heavy paint because we need to bring some darker blue on top. With the same brush, or even if you have more brush, you can use the smaller one. First of all, bring a drop of water in your palette, a little drop of water, and then take some paint with white, make it watery, like a watercolor. We need to look like a watercolor, watery brush stroke. The reason is watery brush stroke can, after it gets dry, it's move to the background and fade. So I use this watery brush stroke, and it shows completely the moon, and then on top we cover it with some cloud. So I do the same, just the circle with watery stroke, just the circle, please paint. And you see the watery stroke, still the blue is visible. So you can see the blue under it. And even if it gets dry, again, more fade to the background. Just add water in your paint, in your white, and then draw the shape of circle on your sky. Then we will come on top with the blue and cover it. After that, I want to let it dry. So with the pure white color, I can make some details on the sky, like a cloud, like this. Or even if you like, you can make it watery. A little, on a dark part, not much. Even here on a yellowy part as well. Just a bit here. I don't add a lot, just a little bit. And then I would like to bring some cloudy, again, watery cloudy. So drop of water into this dark color. Here, I add a drop of water to make look like a watercolor, like that, a little more. You see, the amount of water is just running like that. Even I can control the napkin. Just use the napkin to control this watery stroke, and then start apply on top like this. So smooth and soft. That help shows its cloud on top of our moon, and it's fade. Even when you wait get completely dry, it get fade. Please use watery brush stroke. And if you want to have more white color on top as a cloud, feel free to do that. Make your sky as much as interesting you like. And the other things, I see a little snowflake on top. So with the round and pointy brush, you can do like that. Just a pure white color. This is pointy brush, straight on a canvas. Just touch your canvas, be like that. A little bit drop of snow, like snowflake. That's interesting to have. Not much, it's not a lot. Just a little bit I see. The edge on the bottom part, when it's on top of the river, it's supposed to be darker, but I'm going to work on that part later. Just hold the top part and then move down to cover it. Hold this part, please not let it dry. At the same time, maybe you can use another brush or the same brush, it's fine. Bring this color, this dark blue color, on top and try to add somewhere like that. It's already wet, the surface with the white. And that's good because I want to reduce the amount of darkness. Just add on top, bring it on here. Even you can use pure white color to back and forth. We don't need to have lots of blue on top of white. We want to fade it. Again, a little bit more white color. Then this color again back on the center. So I think would be enough, not much. Because you see on the snow, it's not just the white. It playing with some shadow and light. Some part it's a really white, some part it's a little dirty, grayish bluish color, and this is that part. The rest is the same. Please cover with the pure white color first. I finish all these three and then this three part and then give you time to finish. And then for this one as well, you can do the same brush or another brush. From left side, come inside the white. And let it mix together. You see, very gently they mix together, white and this dark blue. Then please always have a napkin beside yourself to clean your brush. And the same on the bottom part. The reason I cover with the white is because it's easier, because you don't confuse, you just cover it with one color. And then the other reason is we don't want to have hard edges on anything. We want to have a smooth surface. So with blending, smooth surface happens. Just a bit more. So now I'm happy with this gray color. But if you see, this is not the same as this gray. This gray has blue inside, but this gray has just black and white. I need to add a little blue mixed with this gray to make it more look like grayish bluish. So I can use this blue color. If you have cobalt, you can use this one. If not, just the same blue color you have, a little mix with your gray. Again, I recommend little by little, add this new color and then see what happened with your gray. And it depends on the amount of paint you add. Maybe you need more, because sometimes when the amount of paint is a lot, we need to mix a lot. Yeah, that's perfect. This is gray color, but it shows that it has blue inside. After you fill with the value of your gray, then add the blue on top. Something close to this color I recommend, close to this one. with premix, and then we apply to make the trees. I start with this place on the center to have an idea until which part it's supposed to be, and then the size of the trees. So I take a little bit paint on my tip of brush, and this brush supposed to be really pointy, really liney, not the hair not to be spread everywhere. A little bit tip of brush straight to the canvas. If you want to draw it with flat brush, straight to the canvas. The length not much than here. Start to add just a narrow line on top, like this. And then if you want to shape the trees and the leaves, you can do it with this side, pointy part of the brush. Take a little bit paint. It looks like a triangle shape. On the top is a little bit less, and on the bottom it's more. So with this little part of the brush, I try to add just the details like that. Let me bring closer. Yeah. With this tip, randomly I add, and the way it's down, toward down, this grayish color, this leaves. Come down like that. When you come close to the ground, you can make it more heavy. Or I think my gray is okay, but I need more black to add. A little more black. Because it's brighter than the things I'm interested. So add more. Anytime you can fix and change your paint. Add more color. Change the value. More black and blue. Now I think I'm happy more with this one. And make busy the bottom part. The other tree is the same, closer to that. A little space because the long and the black tree will come in between. So a little space, the same size, I draw another line. Take with the side of the brush, very less on top, randomly add some movement. And then when you are close to the ground, make it more busy. And you see, I just randomly happen. Try to touch the canvas with the side of the brush. This is like that. Now if I want to try it with pointy brush. See. With pointy brush, just turn your tip of brush into the paint, like that. Again, straight. The other trees is shorter. So from here, draw the line, like this. And then the same technique, the top part is more, the bottom part is more, the top part is less. Just try to cover. Make sure the beautiful sky be visible in between each branch. You can play with the size of your tree, a little bit shorter, a little bit longer, close to that. Not all in the same level. And then another one more short. When you're close to the right side, it's better to be really shorter. We don't bring it close to the edge. Try to leave it somewhere like here with the trees. That's enough. And I would like to follow a little bit like a grass. After you finish with the tree, with the same brush or flat brush, you can make the grass. So please work on your trees, and then I will show you how you can do the rest. Or even I can do the grass right now, and then the reflection we do later. The grass is not much, take a lot of time. Just with the pointy brush, you can cover it a little bit because this part is blue. Just cover it with the gray, like that, and a little bit come on top to make it look like a grass, just a bit, with the tip of brush. Tiny bit. Cover it like straight, like that, and then bring a little bit higher somewhere to look like a grass. If not, I would like to make the reflection on them. So if you see, it's not much for these trees, a little bit, it's not the same size, but just randomly some line shows the reflection on a river. I would please not see any white color on top. Those waves come on top. Just please see the grayish color. So I would like to make that. With the same color, even we can add a little drop of water, just a bit, because not same as moon. I don't want to make it fade, but I want my brush move easily. If you want your brush move easily, you can add a little drop of water. And then the same way, like this. First of all, start with randomly add some line on top as a grass. And then a little bit this one, a little more this one, and under each tree you can add a little line. But please shorter than the tree you already have. Just draw a little line on it. And then we would like to randomly add, now we would like to start from the bottom part now. A little bit randomly shape it like that. More on the bottom part, a little less on the top. And I do zigzaggy shape. I don't do the shape exactly same as the trees I have. I just start from the bottom part, make a zigzaggy line, come a little bit closer to the center. And that's good for the reflection. That's enough, not much. First of all, it's easier to add the size, and that make easier for the rest. The longer one is this one in between. So I take the black, less paint, not much, straight to the canvas. I imagine it's nice to have this size. Draw the line. Even if you don't, even if it's not easy to draw the narrow line, it's okay because it's covered with the leaves, even a thick line. But the size is better not to be really long because we would like to see the nice sky. So first of all, I draw all the line I need here. The other is a little shorter. And the other two is more short, like this size, a little this one longer. But the last one is so tiny, like here. So these are all the trees I want. If it's easier for you, the same, you can do the reflection. But make sure not to be really long the same size. Just like here is enough. Or maybe a little more if you like for this one. That's okay. And this one here. I try to imagine follow the same for the reflection size. And after that, with this side of the brush, this small pointy part, take the black, start from the top, which is a little less paint, randomly, like a zigzaggy shape, come down. When you're closer to the grass, to the ground, it's get bigger and bigger. You see it get bigger on the size and on the shape of leaves. This is one of them. Please not see any wave on the water. We will do that later. But if you want to have the reflection of this tree on the water, it's not happen the same like that. It's randomly, just from the bottom part, randomly add some leaf, like a branch. And make sure to keep some space between the branches to show this nice warm color. Like this. And I don't follow exactly the same. So here about that. I can finish all trees and then give you time to finish yours. So I do the same on here, smaller one. Make sure not to make it really big and huge. And even for the reflection is zigzaggy like that. And the rest I do with pointy brush. The technique is the same. Just the brush is changed. Sometimes easier with the pointy brush because it's a small space. And here, I just go with, I don't worry about the reflection. I just randomly add some black touch on water. These trees are the one which is a little bit heavier and more with the leaves on a branch. The other two is more less leaf it has, so I can add a drop of water in my brush, make it just a bit, not runny, not same as watercolor, but it's easier when you have a drop of water in your brush. Paint move easily. And just I want to make it not much busy, more warm color in between, be visible. So try to draw the line. More space between each branch. For the other tree, it has a pressure in between the branches, but for this one, less pressure, a little bit more space. Even for smaller one as well. And even for the reflection. So this is just the trees, but we already have the grass under them. So I need a little more black. The grass is not much challenging, just a line a little bit with this. You can make it dark here on the bottom of your trees. With any brush you're comfortable. You can do with pointy brush, you can do with flat brush. Just turn your brush into the paint. Try to add the line to at the edge on under your snow, or even a little bit more black. You can bring with the black, make it a little darker. Very gently. Even you can shape your snow as well. If you are not happy with any part with this dark color, you can shape it. For example, I'm not happy with this roundy shape. I try to add a little more like this edge and color it. Some parts, especially here, I add more black than gray. I want to make it darker. So this is about top part. Now on the bottom part, which is here, a little more grayish color I'm going to add. You see how much thickness I am. Even if your brush not easily move, you can add a drop of water for that. And make this shadow under the snow rock. So this is about here. Then clean your brush very well. We want to make the wave. This is like here, make it a little bumpy. I'm so straight here, I don't happy with that. So I can change it a little more, play with the paint, bring it higher. Yeah, that's beautiful. Because in nature, we don't have really straight line. We need to play with our line, not to be really straight. Okay, that's beautiful. So for the wave, I will show you with flat brush and with round and pointy brush. Any of them it's comfortable, you can do with that. I prefer flat brush for wave, but because it's easier to draw the line. Take your white color, and it's not straight from top, left to right. It's like a broken line, straight on top of the water. One line like this, randomly one line like that. It's just happen randomly anywhere. You don't need to make it really busy. You can a little bit add a curvy on top, shorter line, a little bit more longer line, make some part a little fat, play with your pressure in your brush, make it a little fat, and you can make it busy or less, small stroke or longer one. But when you want to work on the water, make sure this black color completely dry. And then the same technique here, we want to bring this white wave on top of each tree, like here. When you pass it, it shows that it's a wave and it's water. This is with flat. Sorry, I forgot to do it with round and pointy brush. But I really don't like pointy brush for this. It's easier with the flat. But straight, and then do some line like that. Straight, do some line. So a little bit close to the grass, you can add one line as well. So slowly, like this. To show these are the separation between the horizon and the water.